Am I the asshole for wanting a divorce after my wife secretly became a surrogate? Hi everyone, I usually don't post, but my niece suggested I share this because people around me keep saying I'm overreacting. I, 31M, have been married to my wife, 31F, for 4 years. We met in high school, dated, and eventually got married. I'm an introvert but social enough, and my wife's best friend, E31F, has always made me uneasy. She's extroverted and often oversteps boundaries, under the guise of friendliness. Since we started dating, E would make comments like, "You're too good for a nerd like him," or, "His only redeeming quality is his looks." I asked her to stop, and she did, but over time, her behavior became subtly passive-aggressive. About a year ago, E and her husband visited. While I was putting our then 2-year-old son to bed, I overheard them talking about surrogacy procedures. Shocked, I confronted them. All three were stunned. I told them I strongly disagreed, especially since my wife's first pregnancy had been difficult, and asked why they would make such a decision without consulting me. Arguments followed, and I told them to leave. Later, my wife showed me a text from E, and her husband apologizing and saying they wouldn't pursue it. Last week, my wife felt unwell, so I took her to the hospital despite her protests. That's when we found out she was pregnant. At first, I was happy, but quickly noticed her quietness. She then admitted she had secretly undergone IVF procedures for E and her husband since last year. When I asked how she knew it wasn't mine, she said she abstained for 2 weeks after each session. I remembered times she had declined intimacy due to stress, which I always respected. I felt heartbroken, betrayed, and disrespected. She has always sided with E and downplayed her behavior toward me. That night, I packed a bag and left for my parents' house, telling my 3-year-old son I was going on a business trip. I haven't answered her calls or texts since. I miss my son, but seeing my wife right now would hurt too much. E and her husband never reached out, which feels incredibly disrespectful. My parents, sister, and brother-in-law are on my side. But friends and some relatives say I'm overreacting and that it's her body, her choice. I never intended to control her. I just feel devastated. Am I wrong for being upset? Am I wrong for wanting a divorce over this?